Good morning. It's Dr. Darlene Williams-Prades. Yesterday, um, I was a participant in the whole Leaders Summit, and it was intense and it was successful, and we got it done. But as I went through this summit, I was a people watcher and a people listener. And I had some takeaways that I wanted to share. I want to talk to you about silence, not just the kind when someone else is talking, but the kind when you're that way all the time because you don't want to rock the boat, because you don't want to be seen, looked at as the person who causes problems, or you're afraid or you're intimidated about what people will say or do or think. Silence is not safety. I'll repeat that for the people in the back. Silence is not safety. The bridge you're looking for to cross is that bridge you'll build and you will cross it alone because no one sees or hear you when you're silent. So for the next few minutes, I just want to confront a myth. The myth is, or the lie is, that silence keeps the peace. Silence keeps us safe. In reality, silence often creates distance and confusion and whew, destruction in any and all relationships. You see, God never made us mind readers. We can't scan a person's brain and we know what they think. We can assume what they feel, but that's not necessarily true. This is about restoring communication, walking in your truth, not mine, yours, and crossing that bridge of connection and being the bridge of connection, even if you have to go first. Yeah, sometimes going first is hard. Yesterday, when the ceremony opened up, I had no idea I would be the first one to walk out and get up on the stage. But my name was called, and I had to take the energy and dance my way across the floor in front of 60 plus people, which is not my norm. You see, me, I'm an ambivert. Introvert when I need to be, extrovert when I need to be. When I'm on, I'm on. When I'm off, I'm off. And sometimes even my silence can be a killer. Not what I do say, it's what I don't say. And it's also how you say it, your tone, your volume, your body. It speaks. You see, silence is not always golden, though our parents may have told us. Silence is golden, stay in a child's place. In relationships, it's often a weapon or a wound. And I'll say that again. Silence can be a weapon or a wound. You see, silence can mean avoidance, pride, fear, bitterness, punishment. Silence stands for so many different things. But if you look at Webster's dictionary, you won't find that. You won't find all those definitions because they're not working with that. You are. How many of you out there right now have not said something because you want to keep the peace, because you don't want to seem like the problem child, because you're scared of what other people will say or how they will react, because you're mad as hell and you don't know what to do? or because the person on the opposite end of your silence, you're trying to show them you have power. You can ignore them. You can treat them a certain kind of way. That silent treatment is nothing more than manipulation. A manipulative person is not a good person. Bottling it up is not noble, it's toxic, which makes you toxic. You see, in the book of Ephesians 4:26 says, "Do not let the sun go down while you're still angry." Talk it out. Do some adulting. Use your grown up words. And for you teenagers out there, you too. There's no exception. If you don't tell your parents in a respectful way what's going on, how can they help you resolve it? No, we don't know everything as parents. And we make loads of mistakes. But we're doing the best we can with the tools that we were provided before we had you. So give us some grace, give us some mercy. Matthew 5:37 says, "Let your yes be your yes and your no be your no." You can't let anything be anything if your mouth is closed. I used to hear a phrase when I was a kid: closed mouths don't get fed. If you don't say that you're hungry, nobody's listening for your stomach. Silence doesn't heal, it delays the infection that will fester. And it doesn't matter how long you stay silent, it's just going to grow intensely worse. You see, the Bible warns of costly silence. Here's some proof about that. Adam stayed silent when Eve was deceived. That silence cost him humanity. Look in Genesis 3 for yourself. Eli, the priest, was silent about his son's sins. His whole household was judged. Look in Samuel, 1 Samuel, in fact, 3:13. Peter denied Jesus and wept bitterly when silence replaced the truth. That's in Luke 22:61-62. See where I'm going with this? God always speaks to bring healing. He sent Jesus, the Word, to break the silence between heaven and earth. That's John 1:1. Why am I giving you scriptures? Because I'm showing you, I'm telling you, I'm leading you to understand that our silence doesn't save us. Your silence can cost you your marriage, your friendship, your kids, your peace, and your purpose. Hear me say this again. Your silence can cost you, me, and anybody else your marriage, your friendships, your children, your peace, and your purpose. Your whole purpose to be on this planet Earth. You see, real talk, silence creates relationship cracks and sometimes chasms. You know, when you don't talk, people fill in the blanks with assumptions. They think they know. And sometimes, even when you do talk, they think they know. And resentment is that unspoken pain that begins to store and store and store, kind of like when you store energy in a battery. But what you're storing is anger and rejection. Silence feels like abandonment. And abandonment can lead to such horrible things: abuse, suicide, and a whole host of other things. But when you're talking to someone and you say, "Are you okay?" "I'm fine." But your tone, your energy, your body language says something totally different, that confuses people. That's emotional dishonesty. So here's what I want to leave you with. Here's what I want to help you with. Instead of being silent or being violent, don't go from one extreme to the other. Let's do that happy medium thing. Acknowledge the silence. Say it out loud. I don't mean scream, I mean just speak up. I've been holding things in. It's not helping me. It's not helping you. It's not helping. Can we talk? And use the 3S rule. Speak softly, not emotionally, hijacking softly, just softly. Speak soon. Don't let things linger and go on and on and on. And then by the time you really do talk about them, you're so angry, you're too intense for that person to even handle. And speak specifically. Speak directly to what the problem is. Be the bridge between you and whomever you're talking to, whether it's your partner, your child, your spouse, your friend, your minister, hell, your boss. Use those 3 S's to get it out. Think about your body like a cup. It's an 8-ounce cup, right? That means you can only hold 8 ounces fairly without running over. So, why are you trying to put 16 ounces in an 8-ounce cup? Use those 3 S's: speaking softly, speaking soon, speaking specifically, and create a bridge. Make that moment say something like, "This may be hard for you to hear, but I love us too much to keep quiet." Now, you're not going to say that to your boss, but you will say that to your kids, and you will say that to your partner, and you may say that to your friends. Pray before you speak. It doesn't have to be 45 minutes of hallelujah and amen. Just take the time. Ask God to guide your tone and your truth. Ask. Matthew clearly says, "Ask and it shall be given, seek and it shall be found, knock and the door will be open." Trust me. I'm here because he makes a way out of no way. I'm here to tell you silence is not golden, and neither is the Golden Gate Bridge. It's actually orange. It's actually orange. Silence is a killer like cancer. Cancer sneaks in, you don't know it's there until you arrive at a doctor's office and they send you to an oncologist. And then all of a sudden, or this is what it is. And your whole energy changes. Because that silent little dude, cancer, has come in and he's invaded your lungs, or he's invaded your breast, or he's invaded your uterus, but he's silent and he's deadly. And that is what not speaking in your truth, not just your truth, but the truth, is like. But here's the thing: when you're speaking, be respectful of that person's feelings. Don't anticipate their feelings, but anticipate how you would feel if they were saying whatever they're saying to you. Have courage. Deuteronomy 3:31-6 says, "Be strong and courageous, for the Lord your God goes with you." You're not doing it by yourself. So when you hear, "Oh, stay silent, that way it won't cause a problem," Don't be. Don't be passive aggressive. Your cross is the bridge, alone if necessary, but with grace, not with bitterness. When silence isn't holy, it's harmful. It's harmful. We all have other things going on in our life that we're trying not to divulge. But be honest. Romans 12:18 clearly states, if it is possible, live at peace with everyone. If it is possible. But you need to speak the truth, even if that means you go first. Note I said that twice already, but it's true. If you have to go first to say, this does not make me happy, this makes me upset, this is hurting me, this, whatever this is. Silence is not always bad, but it's not always good. There are times we should pause. We should pray. We should reflect. But that's different from emotional shutdown. Biblical silence is about seeking God, not hiding from each other. Psalm 46:10 says, be still. Be still and know that I am God. I'll say that again because I want you guys to hold on to that. Be still and know that I am God. Use silence to recharge, not to retaliate, not to build up anger, not to build up frustration, not to just keep it all inside. And finally, let me say, cross the bridge, but not by yourself. If you help build the wall of silence, then God may call you to tear it down. And guess what? When He calls, you better answer. If you built that bridge back to love, you may have to first walk across that bridge yourself. Once again, you may have to go first. So here's a prayer you can say that's real simple. God, help me say what I've been too scared, too tired, too stressed, too bitter to speak. Heal what my silence has wounded. And teach me to walk in love, in truth, and in timing. In your name. Amen. Tonight, don't go to bed without saying something that heals. This week, cross that bridge first. Don't wait for somebody to cross it for you or with you. And when your silence starts to speak louder than your love, speak anyway. Speak anyway. And know that God goes with you always. You are never, ever, ever by yourself. I'm Dr. Darlene Williams-Prades, CEO and founder of Superior Love Forever, where we help you build bridges back to where you need to be. Happy, healthy, and safe relationships. Whether it's couples, families, businesses, teams, we're here. God's here. We know what you need because we're here to help. If you need mediation, if you need coaching, if you need training for teens, we're that. But be the bridge. Don't stand on one side and scream across the other. Have a blessed and fantastic day. Bye for now.